Hey guys, I'm Pacific the Casual Gamer, and I'm starting to make some Call of Duty videos. Finally, I'm getting back into it. When I first started making YouTube videos, one of the first console videos I made was Call of Duty. It was the cut commentaries that FaZe Jev does. So I'll get back into make some Call of Duty videos. And today, I think what a better way to practice making videos on this game than reviewing Black Ops Cold War. Why not? Why not do it? Why not throw my hat in the ring? Try to get some views on a hot topic. So I've put, I believe, 2 or 3 days into Cold War. I know I beat the campaign. I 100%ed it. I didn't get all the things in it, but I did every mission. I don't want to spoil the campaign. I've put about 10 hours into zombies, and I think like a day and a half into multiplayer. I already got 2 guns gold. It's great. It's great. So I just want to talk about how I think of what I think of the game, and hopefully I remember to put some timestamps in it if you're only interested in one part of it. So if you check the description below, there's gonna be some timestamps in there for when my reviews happen. So we'll jump into it. We're gonna talk about the campaign here. I'm gonna keep it spoiler free, except for probably the beginning, and then I'll keep it spoiler free. So the campaign in Black Ops Cold War follows, it's nice that it follows the Mason squad, and adventures that they do. I think that was a really good choice because, that's why we love Black Ops, was Woods yelling Mason all the time. Mason do that, Mason do that. And you got Woods and Mason and Hudson and Weaver, all of the characters. And I think it's really cool. I enjoyed this campaign a lot. I thought it was, if you compare when they started really going all out with their campaigns, you had Call of Duty World War II, which did I didn't like the campaign all at once. It was cool. It felt like you were just playing a World War II movie, and it used all the tropes. Modern Warfare was amazing. I thought that campaign was really, really good. And Black Ops Cold War took a different direction that I was not expecting at all. And I tend to miss some subtle hints, but this campaign, as you play it, I highly recommend, if you ever get a gut feeling about specific things, like something's not right or something's going to happen, follow your gut and you'll be surprised at how correct you're going to be. Because this campaign it reminds me of Halo 3 ODST, where it tells a story in the Halo 3 universe. This is kind of what that campaign's about. Of course, they throw in some Vietnam stuff, and that's the first mission you go on is Vietnam because it's the Cold War. You have to include Vietnam if it's in the Cold War. You just have to. So people expect. And it wasn't included in a way where it's just like, oh, we have to go to Vietnam and do dirt. No, it was good. It was good. You're going to enjoy this campaign if you liked Black Ops campaign. I think it's hard to say if this campaign, I don't want to put it in the same ballpark as is it better than the Black Ops 1 campaign, because this game was rushed, and it's very evident that it was rushed. I mean, there's a point in the game where a Russian dude pulls out a 1911 on you. An American made, I mean, there was Russian made 1911s in that time, but it's the American made. The American made 1911. At what point is a Russian guy like a normal KGB soldier holstering a 1911 that he's gonna pull out on you? Like, that's how rushed this game is. There's signs that it's rushed. But overall, it's a great campaign. I highly recommend if you love the story. I highly recommend also 100%ing it because there's some interesting missions in there that you're going to find. There's some side missions in there that you don't need to do, but if you do, they really add to the game a lot in the story. They're still managed to be unique missions, even though they're side missions, and this game does a lot. One of the strong points about this campaign is it's not like you get in a chopper 4 times, you have 4 chopper segments, a bunch of stealth sections. No, every mission has its own identity and special set pieces and special things that happen in that mission that a lot of it I've never seen in a campaign before. I've never seen in a video game a couple things that happen. Probably actually a lot of them. Just things that happen that I've never seen in a first-person shooter that make it great. So definitely the campaign is awesome. We'll move on to Zombies next. Zombies, God, it's hard to say if it's the best in the series because I think it is. It sucks that it has one map. I think if this game was not rushed and this launched with 3 maps, or 2, 3 would be better. It would be amazing. I know people really like the Black Ops 4 Zombies and how much you could customize it. This takes it to the next level. So if you've been watching any Call of Duty gameplay about Cold War, you know that Zombies progression is tied to multiplayer. So you level up your weapons, things like that. There's elements, you can get upgrades to your perks, just like how when you played Extinction Mode in Ghost, you could upgrade your stuff. You could do it again in Cold War Zombies, and it's great. It's a great system. It's awesome. There's actually an end too, because you can either do the Easter egg, which I haven't done yet. It's like a boss fight. You can either do the Easter egg, or every 5 rounds you can exfil and you get bonuses, but you have to, when you exfil, you have to finish the round in 1.5 minutes and then get to the chopper. So it's kind of a trade-off, but it's really good. There's a lot of different ways you can upgrade your guns. You got your perks. You don't have to have 4 perks. You can pick your starting weapon. Any weapon you have unlocked, you can start with it. You put attachments on it. They give you bonuses, of course. There's some attachments where they switched them to zombie-specific bonuses, which is great. You can upgrade your weapons in various different ways, craft stuff. The crafting is simplified. It's not like the other zombie games where it's like 2,000 IQ fucking Easter eggs. No. This is great because it's very simple. The Easter egg itself is kind of complicated, which I like that about Easter eggs, except for getting Pack-a-Punch. It's super easy. This is great. You go like straight to the power. It has arrows, just like classic COD. And you unlock Pack-a-Punch, right? And then you never, ever, ever have to touch the Easter egg stuff again to get the full Zombies experience. It's amazing. It's great. I love that they made it simple to get Pack-a-Punch. It's just literally just exactly how you did it in Kino der Toten. You open all the doors, you go through a portal. That's literally all you do to get your Pack-a-Punch. And then, of course, finding the different weapons that work for you and the attachment setups. You can re-roll attachments. Like, it's really what they've done here and put together as a, quote, rushed game is very impressive. It's a very impressive Zombies experience. And I wouldn't be surprised if if you're a multiplayer person like me, and you spent a good amount of time in Zombies. So it's really, really fun, very balanced. It feels amazing to do good in Zombies. It's easy. Don't get me wrong. If you know how to play Zombies, it's very, very, very easy game mode. But there's a lot to do. It's not your classic, all right, figure out the meta weapons, hit the box till you get the meta weapons, and go. You can use any weapon and do good in Zombies. So you can really customize how you play. So that's my review of Zombies. Now we're going to move on to multiplayer. Dear God. I think this is the weakest point of the Black Ops Cold War package. Is multiplayer. Of course, you have Warzone, and it's getting integrated, which is really great. I like that they're doing that. I'm not a fan of Warzone. If you watch Nero Cinema, I share his opinion that Blackout was a better game mode. It feels more battle royale-y. You don't spend 5 minutes, get all your shit, and you're good to go. I never did any of the Easter eggs and challenges in Black Ops 4 Battle Royale, but I know that they existed, which is, I think, great. I think something Warzone lacks. But let's talk about the multiplayer. So I have not played Fireteam Dirty Bomb at all because my experiences with the Call of Duty, what they've done is they've kind of added modes with vehicles, which I think is a good experiment and they should keep working on. But if you don't want to play Battlefield, we'll say it that way, Battlefield with Call of Duty controls, gunplay, health, all that, don't touch the new game modes. It's Battlefield, but with a Call of Duty coat of paint on it. Like, they literally have a mode exactly like Battlefield Conquest, where you have 5 flags. They take Armada, you got boats, you're riding around, and it's not the best experience. I haven't played it a lot, though. What I have played did not impress me. I haven't played Dirty Bomb at all, because I started playing it, and I just would rather play that with 4 people who are willing to sit down and we're going to learn Dirty Bomb. I haven't played most of the modes in Black Ops 6v6. I've played TDM, Kill Confirm, Dom, and Hardpoint, and Control, a little bit of Control. Haven't touched Search. I'm really excited to play VIP Escort. VIP is a game mode that I have always wanted to try, and I never have gotten to try in multiplayer because the games that had it, I didn't have Xbox Live when that was a game mode, so I'm going to try VIP Escort. Played a lot of Nuketown. Hardcore Nuketown is the game mode where I've put the most time in, is Hardcore Nuketown. Overall, as a multiplayer package, there is 9 maps right now, if you include the Nuketown map. 9 maps at launch. Very soon they're adding a couple more maps, which is great. It's a very weak multiplayer package, though. Least amount of weapons. There's not a lot of weapons to pick from. A lot of them are just reskinned versions of the Modern Warfare weapons. You know, like Modern Warfare has an AUG. Black Ops Cold War has an AUG. You know, Modern Warfare has an M14. Black Ops Cold War has an M14. And, you know, that makes sense for time period specific, but, like, there's not a lot of weapons in Cold War where you turn it on and you're like, yeah, I never saw this weapon in Modern Warfare. You know, there's not a lot of, like when you played Black Ops 1 and you got the ballistic knife, that was a weapon specifically in Black Ops 1. China Lake, specific to Black Ops 1. The G11, very specific weapon of Black Ops 1. And those weapons are just not in this game. And it sucks. They have the China Lake. I believe it's China Lake. I don't remember if it's the China Lake or the Thumper. They have some rocket launchers. Of course, you have an RPG, and you have the Sigma 2, which is just the lock-on version of RPG. But the multiplayer weapon selection, there's not a lot. What is there, though, I actually think is quite varied a lot. I haven't really found weapons that function the same. So, like, a big problem with a game like Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 was, in my opinion, if you used a SCAR-L, the M4, or the ACR, they all kind of felt like the same weapon, but with a different coat of paint, slightly different stats. With what they have included in this game. So let's just take the SMGs, for example. You have the MP5, the Milano, the AK-74U, the KSP-45, the Bullfrog, and even though it's an assault rifle, they balanced it like an SMG, so we're going to put the FFAR-1 in there too. Those 6 weapons are SMG-style weapons. The only 2 weapons that are similar in that category, really, is the MP5 and the Bullfrog. And the MP5's getting rebalanced a little bit. It's catching a nerf, so it's going to be different than the Bullfrog. And if you pick up any one of those weapons, they feel different than each other. You know, they feel, you know, if you have an MP5, you're not going to play it like a Bullfrog. If you have a Milano, you're not going to play it like a KSP. You know, same with the assault rifles. The M4 and the Krieg, they're kind of more similar because they're assault rifles, but from what I played in the beta and what I've seen now, they play a little bit differently. The AK plays a little differently. The FAMAS, you include it in the SMGs because for some reason they balanced it like that. You know, the TAC rifles, the M16 versus the AUG is actually quite different if you play them. The semi-auto rifles, I've seen people use them the same because the SKS and the M14 play out very similarly. And you can balance the AUG and the M16. You can use them in the same situations, but the AUG is better at close range. And so what you have here is a weapon list where it's kind of like, it's very little selection, but each role that each weapon has, it is the weapon for that role. And it works well in the sandbox. There's not a lot of, like, there's a couple overpowered weapons, of course. You know, the MP5, the M16, and the AUG are what come to mind. If you remove those 3 weapons from the weapons sandbox, and maybe the SKS, I mean, the weapons sandbox really is a lot of fun to use. The map selection's really low. If you go into Nuketown, they actually got Nuketown pretty good. I think the spawns are just really bad. and the way that people play make Nuketown not fun. You know, a lot of us who remember MW2, Black Ops, MW3, Black Ops 2, Call of Duty Ghost, you know, that era of Call of Duty, everything before Call of Duty World War II and maybe World War II, remember how these maps play, and they don't play like that anymore, because what Modern Warfare did was it created a culture of camping. So if you go into Nuketown, remember that there's going to be a lot more camping than expected. It's a very different experience, and it's one for the negative, I think. Cold War suffers because this game is more built around pushing, especially if you play objective modes, pushing and being aggressive. You know, the recoil pattern on a lot of weapons is very difficult, and if you get up close, it's easy to get frags. And, you know, the way that this game is put together is it rewards you for pushing up versus camping, in my opinion. And Modern Warfare created that culture of camping and holding corners and playing the game like it's Rainbow Six Siege. And Black Ops suffers a lot from that, because you'll be playing. There's a couple maps that will cater to that style more, like Satellite does it. Cartel kind of does it. Cartel's a really good map, in my opinion. I don't like it, but I think as an objective map, especially on Hardpoint, that map is amazing on Hardpoint. Miami's the only one that caters to the camping playstyle, and even at that, if you play Hardpoint on Miami, it's pretty good. It's just the camping that Modern Warfare created does hurt the game a lot. If you get in a lobby where everyone's pushing and playing tactically and not camping but not always rushing, you get those players that are really trying to play and counter. It's an amazing experience, and I love it. And I wish, I guess this is the end of the review. At the end of the day, this game reminds me a lot of Modern Warfare 3, where Modern Warfare 3 suffered so much because it had a rush development. It's the same thing with Black Ops Cold War. Every time I play this game, in the back of my mind, I try to imagine what this game could have been if Activision would have let Treyarch do more with it. The campaign, short ending. I didn't say this in the campaign review. It's a short ending. It's short. Zombies, you wish there was 1 or 2 more maps. Multiplayer, the game only launched with 8 maps and a bunch of reskinned guns. Like, it just sucks to think about what these people could have made with more time. And they're working their asses off to get content out. You can tell, because, I mean, already the game launched in November, and it's the middle of December, and we're getting a content drop that I'm pretty sure is a DLC, old school DLC's worth of stuff, plus a couple weapons. I don't know the specifics, but, like, yeah. I just wish that this game was not rushed and it was a better game. Of course, right now it's bricking consoles sometimes. When it crashes a lot. The game functions terribly on the Xbox One. It chugs along. But what's there is actually pretty good, and I like it. I definitely think that this game might go down as a really good... You know, Modern Warfare was kind of like that, we made a Modern Warfare game, psych, it's trash, you know, type of game. I think this game has to, like, prove that it's better than Modern Warfare, and it's rushed, and
Here, we only have 1 slice of bread left.
Okay. And I think it's gonna do good if they keep up how they're changing it. Minus the skill-based matchmaking. Once ranked is in the game, I'll probably stick to ranked, because you might as well have a rank if there's skill-based matchmaking anyways. So, yeah, that's it for my review of this game. Would I get it or not? I don't know, because my buddy is sharing it with me for free, so if I would have paid $60 or $90 for it, I don't know what I would say about Black Ops Cold War. But for now, I'm enjoying my time with it. I think it's a good game. It's fun. I don't know if the multiplayer for a lot of people would hold up, because I'm not a typical Call of Duty player, I guess, right now. Well, right now I am, but I intend to try to do the esports and tournaments, which I know is quite a minority of people. And so I kind of view the game differently. Like, I like to look at what are the meta weapons, how am I going to get better versus how am I going to get the next camo. So we'll see. I'll probably give an updated view a couple months from now. But guys, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, let me know in the comments below. I still have COVID. I'm going to go drink some stuff and rest my voice because I've been recording for 40 minutes. I'm Pacific the Casual Gamer. I suck just as bad as you do at video games, and I'll see you guys in the next one.